game is brought to you in high definition here on CBS. They meet remarkably for the 8th time in the last 5 years. And the Colts have had the better of it the last 3 matchups. Stephen Gostkowski about to kick it away to T.J. Rushing. From Indianapolis, Rushing takes it at the goal line. Swings it to the far side, and he is slammed at the 15, replacing Marvin Harrison. Richard Seymour actually in on this first snap. We did not expect him to start, but he's out there for the first play, which is play action. And Manning looking right side, going right away to Gonzalez, and he gets him into the game with a catch out across the 25 to the 28. He slipped away from Asante Samuel and picks up 13.
Anthony Gonzalez, Jim, we talk about it. Peyton Manning said last week, Marvin Harrison out of the game. You need somebody to pick up where and make the plays that he usually makes. That's one you see all the time from Peyton Manning. Good start for Anthony Gonzalez.
4-man front for the New England defense. They're going to run it here. The Colts go with a Dye, who leads the NFL in rush touchdowns. Partial action of 1 quarter in the last 3 matchups against Indianapolis. He was hurt in the early stages of the regular season game last year. There's a pass play over to a Dye, and he's near the first down at the 39. We are 3 plays into the game here at the Dome in Indianapolis. Jim Nantz along with Phil Simms, and we welcome many of you as the Patriots kicked it away to the Colts. The return only out to the 15, but a quick Manning strike of 13 yards to the rookie Gonzalez. A 2-yard run by Joseph Adai, and now a little pass to Adai that will bring out the chain gang to measure for the first down.
Well, Jim, couple things. The New England Patriots starting this game out, instead of 4 linebackers, 3 linebackers, and Rodney Harrison's up near the line of scrimmage being a linebacker. And he is matching up against Dallas Clark.
The pass to Adai. Well, the Colts sideline thinks it's good enough. And John Perry agrees. So they pick up a second first down here in the opening minute. All right, Phil, let's talk about a little philosophy.
Well, when Indianapolis has the ball, we've already talked about it. No Marvin Harrison. You got to run the football better, and you throw the football to your running backs more than you usually do. For New England's defense, what is different today? I've already said it. Rodney Harrison playing as a linebacker, getting near Dallas Clark. They want to change up because last time they played in the championship game, they could not slow this Colts offense down, especially in the second half.
First down play again, that emphatic play action fake by Manning, and a diving attempt by Reggie Wayne slips out of his hands.
Well, that's a good throw by Peyton Manning. Being careful when you throw it to the sidelines, especially against good defensive backs, low and to the outside, will keep them from intercepting it.
Second down and 10. We'd like to welcome those of you who are watching the Jacksonville-New Orleans game with the Saints winning a 4th straight. Jim Nantz and Phil Simms here in Indianapolis. And the Colts have already picked up a couple of early first downs after taking the opening kick only out to the 15. Manning with 2 completions. Adai with a 7-yard run. They've got a 3rd and about 3 on the way.
Good job by the offensive line. Something they've done very well this year, Jim. Joseph Adai is just a much better runner because he knows the offense. The experience is making him react to the blocking better, and they get outside awfully well. Good block that time.
That block
by Johnson, the left tackle.
Doing a good job stepping in here for Hugo early, but movement on that offensive front for the Colts, it appears. Actually, maybe the Patriots are in the neutral zone.
Neutral zone infraction. Number 94 defense. 5 yards. Automatic. First down.
So Ty Warren flagged for that, and it would have been a 3rd and 3. Instead, the Colts now with their 3rd first down of this opening drive, and that moves the football into New England territory.
Well, something that Peyton Manning can do in this dome that he cannot do on the road is draw you off sides with a snap count. They use a silent snap count always when they travel, but here in this dome, they use it to their advantage.
Randall Gay, an extra defensive back in for the Patriots. A 1st and 10 for Peyton. Again, the fake to a dive, looks down the middle, goes right. And it's Aaron Moorhead. It got the feet down. What a grab at the 37.
Did he get his feet down? He did not. Asante Samuels immediately runs across the field and says, challenge it.
The flag is out.
Because he was looking down at the sideline. He saw that Aaron Moorhead did not get his feet down.
First, the Colts will always hit you up with the hurry up, no huddle. But this time even a little more brisk as they approach the line, trying to get this in the books official.
New England is challenging the previous play of a completed pass.
The giveaway was that Aaron Moorhead was saying, let's hurry up and run a play. So when the receiver does that, he jumps in the air to protect the catch right in front of Tony Dungy. And the left foot of Aaron Moorhead, does it land out of bounds? Absolutely. Some interesting matchups. So the Patriots doing what they've done in the past, trying to hit the receivers for the Colts as they take off to go down the field, especially Rodney Harrison.
Jim Nantz along with Phil Simms on the scene here at the Dome in Indianapolis. I'd like to welcome those of you who saw Minnesota throttle San Diego today behind Adrian Peterson's 296 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. We're on the opening drive of the game. The Colts receiving the opening kick. They picked up so far 3 first downs, and now a reception, ruled a reception on the field here by Aaron Moorhead, as you look at it, is being challenged by the Patriots, and they have a very good case.
Well, the only thing that's delaying this, they're trying to figure out where the football was at the original line of scrimmage.
Here's our freeze cam. Look at it. We'll come in tight.
As we await this call, I remember, well, here it comes.
After reviewing the play, it is an incomplete pass. The first foot was in the white. New England wins the challenge. No charge, timeout. 2nd down.
So that'll put the football back 2nd and 10 from the Patriots 48. And Manning able to get a little extra time over there with one of his gurus, Tom Moore. Tom Brady anxiously awaiting his turn. The Patriots, every opening drive this year for them, they have scored. Yet their defense has not allowed any points on the opposition's opening drive. Colts are threatening here early in their first series. The 2nd down and 10. As we welcome the audience who watched the Denver-Detroit game, Jim Nantz and Phil Simms. 2nd down and 10, run by Joseph Adai, and he's inside the 35. And another first down as the Colts have taken the opening kick and driven from their own 15 down to the Patriot 34.
Well, a couple things happened. Mike Vrabel not able to make the tackle, but Rodney Harrison is running down the field with the receiver. And we've talked about it. Marvin Harrison not in the game. What will the Colts do? Peyton Manning said on Friday, hey, we just got to run it better. We got to be tough, and something they have done all year long. And at the end of last year, the Colts don't say they're a finesse team. They can run it at anybody.
It's going to a dive. Good block on Rodney Harrison. Looked like that could have been snuffed out for a loss. Instead, it goes for a gain of 6. And Adai now has 38 total yards rushing and receiving.
Jeff Saturday, the center, comes out. He makes a good block. Johnson, good block on Rodney Harrison. And on the edge, that's where they're making it happen so far. As you look at Jeff Saturday, the center, very versatile, able to go outside, go down the field, a good enough athlete to block smaller guys, linebackers and defensive backs.
So from the 29, it's a 2nd down and 4. The most impressive opening series here for the Colts. Adai skipping around and getting about halfway there. 3rd and short on the way. Joseph Adai again with 7 rush touchdowns, most in the league this year, as he has taken over the position full time after sharing it as a rookie with Dominique Rhodes. Came up big in the Super Bowl win last year. Here we go on 3rd and 2. It's Adai, and he sidesteps the first hit, and that move makes it happen for the 1st down.
Well, we talked about this last week. We did the Indianapolis Carolina Panthers game, and Joseph Adai, what makes a great runner? Well, a great runner is somebody who can make somebody that's unblocked or you can't account for. He makes a miss, and that side move that he can do and then go forward immediately, you see it all the time, and that was a valuable or a very good 1st down pickup.
Kenton Keith has come in for him. Fake to Keith. Manning looking down the field, going to throw it toward Clark, who is bumped, and they say incidental contact. Rodney Harrison was down there.
It's a good no call. Rodney Harrison was down there. Rodney Harrison was going to the football. Watch 37. He's looking at the football all the way. He beat the receiver to the spot. Good reaction.
Clark with a little tackle move.
Well, if you can't catch it, make sure the other guy doesn't.
So after all of that, no flag, and a 2nd down and 10. Get Keith, and he is decked by Richard Seymour. He played 22 snaps last week in his return. We visited with him last night, Phil, and he really felt like he could go almost all the way in this game today, called on.
Yeah, well, I'm not the coach. He said, well, we know that.
Yeah.
We've done a few games, but he said, yes, 2 weeks of practice, getting the snaps he got last week. He feels like he's back in the groove and good enough to be a good contributor here in this game.
It's a 3rd and 14 on the way for Indianapolis. St. Gonzalez wide to the right. He caught a 13-yard Manning pass on the first play of this game. Clark in a slot to the right, and looks like Charlie Johnson on the left side got a little jumpy.
Ball start. Number 74 offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Charlie Johnson hears something, just leaves a little early. The crowd smart here. They're not making a lot of noise when Peyton Manning's calling those signals out.
There's Tony Hugo. Charlie Johnson stepping in for him today. Hugo, the 2nd-round selection, who had started through the first month and a half of the season, but inactive today. He'd been questionable. It was a game-time decision. So now 3rd down. Adai returns to the backfield, and they try to get as much as they can to set up Vinatieri. And there's not much to gain. That's Vince Wilfork, the first to get to him. It'll be about a 50-yard field goal attempt on the way.
Yeah, you know, I know what everybody's thinking. Hey, that's an interesting call. Well, the Colts are going, hey, it's 3rd and really long against this defense. Probably not going to pick it up. You don't want an incomplete pass. So if we pick up a few yards, it's going to enable them to try a long field goal.
His longest of the season, 39 yards. This will be 50 for the Patriots' all-time leading score. His first attempt of the season of at least 40 yards, and this one's 50. He has never missed a field goal inside of this dome in his career until now. It may have had a strange rotation to it. Don't know if anybody got a hand on it.
Tried to kick it a little too hard when he did that. That's what made him pull it.
Vinatieri had made his first 28 attempts, field goal attempts, as a Patriot or a Colt here at the RCA Dome. And this one, watch the rotation. It's end over end, and then it goes sideways We believe a fingertip deflection by Richard Seymour, which would be his 6th career block. Now we see Brady and the Patriots for the first time from the 40. And pressure, and they get to him right away with Robert Mathis.
Robert Mathis, oh, what a move on the front side. Everybody talks about Dwight Freeney. That looked like Dwight Freeney that time.
He spun right away from Nick Kazzer, 77. And what a statement by this Indianapolis defense.
They didn't get pressure that fast on Tom Brady anytime in the championship game.
So on 2nd and 20, the handoff to Kevin Falk, and he is gang tackled after about a gain of 4. 6 defensive backs in for the Colts. 3rd and 17. It's Stallworth. He's dangerous in open field, but not enough for the first, and it's the first time this year the Patriots do not take their opening possession down the field for a score. They were the only team in the league that could brag about that coming into the weekend. And Freeney set the pace with that sack on 1st down. It's going to be Chris Hansen in to punt. TJ rushing, respecting his leg. He's standing back at about the 10. And a fair catch it. Backpedaling for the grab at the 9. Peyton Manning picked up 4 first downs the first time they had it. 6.5 minutes, but they failed to score. Each team's had it once, and we're scoreless. We're back here for the Colts' 2nd possession. Again, Marvin Harrison with the knee injury, sitting this one out. Just an exceptional game last November in the regular season victory at Foxborough by Harrison, including one acrobatic grab for a score. It's a dive, ducking and diving and taking off. Out to the 30. He escaped Bruschi and Vrabel and takes it 21 yards.
Some of these outside runs are happening because the Patriots, the extra defensive back is in there. And when the extra defensive back is in there, what are they doing? They're playing pass. They're trying to be faster. So the Colts are running at it, and they're going outside, and they are having tremendous success.
Credit Jake Scott with a key block. Reggie Wayne holding off his man as well, way down the field. Out free, a dive, and now is already 57 yards rushing. Here's the pass on the slant. It's Wayne, and he's got another first down out to the 43. Phil, you had a chance. We visited with Peyton on Friday. Talk a little bit about game strategy and what they were going to try to do. This is part of it.
Well, anytime Marvin Harrison's out, you look to Reggie Wayne because he's your next best explosive player on offense. But Peyton Manning looked at us and said, you know, maybe we should run the clock down, slow the game down, keep the possessions. And I said, wait, are you telling me, you guys? Well, yeah, no, we're not going to do that. We're just going to play offense, and we're going to try to score like we always do.
And they have been pretty successful so far as Adai has another big run. You know, he's got this wiggle and this hip-hop move that, to me, is like the second coming of Barry Sanders.
And you said that last week, and it is. There are some similarities. The quickness, the cuts, and able to make a cut and hop and still go forward. And I said to Tony Dungy weeks ago, gosh, Joseph Adai, did he do something different during the offseason? He looks faster and more powerful. He goes, no, he's relaxed. He knows what he's doing. When a player knows what he's doing on the field, it just makes him better athletically.
Keith is in to replace him. They fake the handoff to Keith, and Manning's going down the field, looking for Gonzalez, and there's a flag going to be thrown here on Asante Samuel.
We saw these plays last year.
Pass interference. Defense, number 22. Spotted a foul. Automatic. First down.
It'll be a 1st and goal at the 9.
Down the field, Asante Samuel is in good position. But he puts his hands on him and pulls Anthony Gonzalez down at the last second.
This is a drive again that started at their own 9. Now they reside at the New England 9.
Last year, the Patriots knocked down those long passes down the field.
Keith up the middle to the 4, to the 3, and near the 2. Jeff Saturday and Ryan Dean leading the way. Was there a loose ball at the end there? Patriots come out with it. James Sanders. Well, the ruling on the field is he was down. So the ruling is he was down. It will be a 2nd and goal, and Adai has returned. This is the place Adai took it in from this point to win that AFC championship. They're going back to the same basic play. And this time there's not that huge gap, that opening that he found to race it in for the winning touchdown in January.
Well, Peyton Manning says when you get down inside against this defense, you'd like to run it in because they're tall and they're big. And when you give them the back of the end zone where they have to worry about going back, it's just hard to find open spots to throw the football into.
It's 3rd and goal. He's going to throw for it quickly, and it is caught. Gonzalez, did he have it long enough? They say no.
No, it's in the end zone. There's a defender right with you. You have to take this football to the ground and get up with it. He misses it right from the start, and then it's knocked out by Asante Samuel. What a job by him.
Is this one the Patriots, the Colts may want to consider challenging? Is he not down right there when he's laying on top of Samuel?
He's got to hold on to that football and basically stand up with it. It is incomplete.
So no flag out from the sideline. Vinatieri, this time with a short one, 21 yards. This one's good. Again, the drive started all the way back at the 9. It shuts down inside the Patriots 10, but the Colts score first. This was the first down carry on Kenton Keith, where some of the Patriots thought that they had come out with the football.
He is definitely down, hits the ground. You can see the body's down, then the football comes out. And, you know, you can't show a replay, Jim, because the Indianapolis Colts are running the no-huddle offense. We go to the replay, we might miss a touchdown.
Yeah, you know, Belichick is on the sideline waiting for someone from his staff upstairs to tell him whether or not it's a fumble. But, you know, we can't go to a replay. This is where it all gets a little clouded, you know, the role of television in instant replay, because if you go to the replay, then you miss a snap.
And also, the players on the field, they knew. Nobody was saying, Coach, you got to throw that red flag out there again and challenge it.
This is the first time this season that the Patriots did not score first. And they get Hobbs. And he's dangerous. And that's a nice return out to the 38. Twisted down by Dante Hughes. 34-yard run back. 3 and out the first time for Brady and company. We'll see him for the second time in a moment. Jim Nantz with Phil Simms at the RCA Dome. The Patriots with the football for the second time. We run it with Maroney, and he is quickly met by Robert Mathis. This Colts deep base 5 with Jennings, the 5th, the nickel. It's a defense that has allowed the fewest touchdown passes in the league so far this year. Only 5 going against Brady, who has 30 scoring passes. And Brady to Moss. And with the juggling act to the 44 of the Colts.
Tom Brady with a quick play action fake. The defense reacts. They come up, look at the space behind the linebackers and in front of the safeties. And Tom Brady told us last night, it's hard to get big plays. The safeties are 25 and 30 yards deep. So you have to work your way down the field.
So now operating in Indianapolis territory. On first down, it's Maroney. He's got a lane. And just about all the way to the first down yardage. Logan Mankins with a big block.
Yeah, that's right. What do you do against a great pass rusher? Dwight Freeney up the field. You run underneath him. So you run where he is not. And Lawrence Maroney, look at this hole. Dwight Freeney going for the quarterback in the big play. You take advantage of his aggressiveness.
It's second down and 1. And it's back to Maroney. He's got the first. Picks up about 5. Of course, they're without Sammy Morris now for the rest of the year with a chest injury.
Somehow calls turnovers.
First down and 10. With a flag. And going sideways, it's Maroney for about 4.
Well, New England doing the same thing that Indianapolis is doing.
There is no foul for illegal formation as number 71 was an eligible receiver on the end of the line who did report.
That's Russ Hochstein, who had come in on that last play and lined up off the left side. And they had really a tight formation with Kyle Brady lined up outside of him.
Yeah, bringing him in basically as an extra tight end. But Indianapolis playing the extra defensive back. So New England just says, well, if you run against our defense like that, we'll run against yours.
The second down and 6. Brady unloads and hits Watson. And third and 1. Coming up next as we close out the first quarter. 3-0 Indianapolis. And you're watching the NFL on CBS. Tony Dungy last week became the winningest coach in Colts franchise history. His 74th overall win, playoffs included, moving past Marchibroda and Shula. To start the second quarter, the Patriots had only 9 plays in that first period as the Colts had the ball control game going. Third and 1, and that's Evans picking up the first down. They had only 9 plays in that first quarter. The Colts driving it down the field twice, missed a 50-yard field goal. It was deflected by Seymour, and then a 21-yarder converted, made by Vinatieri.
Well, it's just one of the ways you stop this New England offense, or you slow it down. You control the football. The Colts did that in the first quarter, and you made a big play. You sacked Tom Brady. So, do they have the secret formula how to stop this offense? I don't know. But it's only the second possession for the New England Patriots.
They send Evans wide to the left, Moss to the right. 2 tight ends on first down. Pressure from the edges, and that was Freeney who got to Brady's blind side, forcing the incompletion. And Brady's very aware of the talents of Dwight Freeney.
Well, I asked him last night, do you have anything special for Dwight Freeney? This time it's just Dwight Freeney and Matt Light. And he said, of course, you will not win if you leave Dwight Freeney one-on-one with the tackle the whole game. He's too good, and he never slows down.
And second and 10, it's a draw to Falk. Kevin Falk picking up big yardage at 8. Third and 2 coming up. Dan Copeland and Stephen Neal.
That was so quick, I didn't even see it. I had my eyes on Dwight Freeney, and you can expect a little help over there from Matt Light. That time Ben Watson helping out against Dwight Freeney to make sure he didn't get in the backfield quick enough to disrupt the running play.
You got to get it just inside the 8 for a first.
Tom Brady having a hard time hearing the signals put into his helmet. He's been running to the sideline to get them verbally from Josh McDaniels.
Gaffney to the right, Moss to the left, Welker in the slot to the right. The fire completes. That's Watson. It'll be first and goal to go.
I think you said the appropriate word. He fires. And look how tight the window is. Number 84 going to go down and hook it up in between 2 defenders. Tom Brady anticipates, lets it go right on time, and it is a perfect throw. Look how fast the Colts react to it.
Marlon Jackson pile drives him back. But they're set up now. First down at the 4. Falk is the running back, but they're going shotgun and they're going spread. Brady throws, and that's incomplete. Boyman on the coverage. Pass intended for Falk. And again, Robert Mathis had pressure on Brady.
Everybody plays about the same style of defense against this New England offense, and it hasn't worked this year. The biggest reason is that no team until today has had to pass rush to take advantage of it by dropping everybody back and playing careful. Indianapolis can do it because they have 3 and 4 good pass rushers.
Colts run out there at the last minute. Linebacker Clint Session for Tim Jennings, a DB. Second and goal. Out of the eye, they go Maroney. Maroney only about a yard. It's an amazing thing. This New England offense setting all kinds of records. Points and yardage, and Brady's stats just off the charts. They've had 17 different players score a touchdown this year, but not Maroney, not Kevin Falk, not even Asante Samuel, who's usually good for 1 pick and a run back a year, as they know here from last year's championship game. Josh McDaniels sending it in to Brady. What a team they are, those two, McDaniels and Brady. Third and goal. With time, the pass, pulled down by Moss. Touchdown, New England.
A lot of people playing well for this New England offense, but Randy Moss is the guy that's making a difference. Look outside. Oh, first off, so worried about the fade to the outside. Randy Moss says, okay, if you're going to do that, I'll go inside. Tom Brady sees it, throws a bullet to him. Randy Moss attacks the football, makes the catch.
His 12th touchdown of the year. Gostowski's 44th point after. Hasn't missed all year. Moss ties Stanley Morgan for the most touchdown catches by a Patriot in a season. 12 in Game 9. Well, we talked about Moss tying Morgan for the Patriot team record touchdowns in a season. For Brady, that's his 31st touchdown pass, and that also ties a team record. Babe Pirelli from back in 1964. And again, it's Game 9. And that'll be a touchback. So Manning, they've had success moving it down the field. 2 field goal attempts, 1 good. We'll see him in a minute. You can follow all of today's NFL action with live scoring game centers, and for more coverage on the games, don't miss the exclusive game recaps from the booth. That's tonight at CBSSports.com. Dalius Thomas is out there for the Patriots. They actually, a number of plays so far, been so much free substitution that he's been out quite a bit.
You know what? Hard to keep up with the substitutions of this New England defense. They rotate so many guys in and out, a lot of different looks. This is another.
Showing blitz. Vrabel ready to pounce. Pocket is sealed. Manning comes over with a flag down, and he hits a guy for about 8. And touchdown pass, the first allowed by the Colts defense in the last 92 opponent passes.
Prior to the pass, illegal contact, number 37 defense. 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
There were some options for Brady on that touchdown.
Watch real quick. Ben Watson, watch the receiver coming underneath. They're both wide open, uncovered for touchdowns. Tom Brady sees Randy Moss on the outside one-on-one. He says, I'm not going to hold the football. I've been getting pressure. He throws it out there. Randy Moss catches it, of course, for the touchdown. And also, when you throw the type of route he threw for the touchdown, when the receiver goes inside, almost always the quarterback will immediately come off of him and go somewhere else, but not when it's Randy Moss. You throw it out there and give him a chance.
Of course, both Brady and Manning, in kind of an interesting twist, both last week became the first quarterbacks to ever defeat 31 other teams. With Brady's win over Washington, Manning's win over Carolina. And today, Favre joined him with his win over Kansas City. Manning and the Colts with a new set of downs at the 25. Peyton today going for his 100th win as a starter. There's been 10 quarterbacks that ever do that. He'd actually be the 10th. That's Sayal wrestling down the ball carrier, a die after a gain of 3. Guy with some big numbers already in this game early in the second quarter with 72 yards rushing.
Yeah, there's been a lot of good so far for the Indianapolis Colts. They sacked Tom Brady. They've had 2 decent drives, but they're losing 7-3.
This will be a 2nd down and 7. They can pass all the way. There's some room over here for a dive with a block thrown by Wayne that helps spring him for the first and plenty more. Goes for 14.
Couple things. Again, when Marvin Harrison's out, you look for new ways to make dynamic plays. Peyton Manning, quick pressure, knows Joseph Adai's out there free. Give it to him. He can take simple passes and make big gains out of them. And I'll tell you what, this Patriots defensive line, they can push the pocket. They're making Peyton Manning get rid of the football fast.
From the 42, another first. Back to a dime. He shakes free, but still nothing after that. It was Rodney Harrison coming up with the first hit. And it's a 3-yard loss.
Well, Rodney Harrison's getting a little, he's outside. He says, okay, I'm the run force. At that time, he just goes around Charlie Johnson, the left tackle. Just too quick for a big guy to lay the pads on him.
It was 2nd and 13. A lot of folks thought this would be a big afternoon for Dallas Clark, who's lined up in a slot to the right.
Well, the Patriots are trying to say it won't be.
Back to a dive. And again, he finds a little seam, and he's near the first. And they spotted about a football short.
Well, Peyton Manning wants to go to Dallas Clark down the field to your right. He's covered, so he comes right off of him and finds, here's Rodney Harrison. He's on Dallas Clark in the slot. He's staying with him everywhere he goes. And that's what the Patriots love to do. They want you to go to your second option. So far today, that second option is Joseph Adai.
It's 3rd and a foot. They have Keith lined up behind Manning. They're going to ask for Keith to get that 3rd down conversion, and he has it. Aaron Moorhead lined up to the right. Man, what a fake. Looking long. Looking for Reggie Wayne, and there is a flag. They've already had one big pass interference call. Ellis Hobbs was the defender who made the contact.
Pass interference. Defense, number 27. Automatic first down.
Ellis Hobbs in good position. Cuts off Reggie Wayne. That is a very tough call. I can see he does turn into him at the last second, but Ellis Hobbs was never fooled, never beaten. Tough penalty against him.
That's 2 pass interference penalties on New England that have amounted to 77 yards. And they had one on Hobbs just like that in the conference championship game against Wayne, basically the same spot on the field.
Yep. And Peyton Manning says no matter what, take your shots down the field. They've done that so far today.
1st and goal to go. Manning looks for Moorhead. And he is well covered by Asante Samuel.
Well covered. It was a throwaway by Peyton Manning. Now, Jim, let's go back one more time. Watch Ellis Hobbs. As he turns, he's in position. Boy, that's a nice view there. That's even better than the first one. You could see he was not beaten. He never put his hands on the receiver. Turned for the football. Tough call.
2nd and goal. It's a dive. Nothing opens up. He waited. Maybe got a yard. Wilford plugging that middle for that Patriots defense. So 3rd and goal from the 5 coming up. Dungy's saying, wait a minute now, it's the third time we've had it. We've been driving, we break down. Had to bring on Vinatieri twice. He's made one. And they finish it this time. Fake to a dive. Manning with pressure. Throws it underneath to Clark. And that's going to actually set him back a couple of yards. Randall, Gay, and others coming up to make the hit.
Yeah, it's 3rd and 5. Where you are in the field, play action fake makes it tough. You're the quarterback. See if you see anybody open in the end zone. 3 of them on one guy. Oh, nice job by Aaron Moorhead breaking away. Too late. Peyton Manning under pressure was scrambling to his left.
It's one of the spots on the field where you really miss the presence of Marvin Harrison. Caught a touchdown in a similar position in the championship game and in the regular season last year against the Patriots. This will be a 25-yarder Vinatieri. And it's good. There is Marvin Harrison out with a knee. 7-6 Patriots second quarter. We are midway through the second quarter. Jim Nantz and Phil Simms. These two who last year met in the AFC Championship game. 38-34 Colt come from behind victory. You see Willie Andrews has joined Ellis Hobbs back deep. And Phil, you made the point during the break. We're going to see the Patriots on the field, their offense that is, for only the 3rd time. 7.5 to go in the second quarter. Colts shrinking the game. That's Hobbs. It's hit low by Jennings. 24-yard run back. Patriots 3 and out the first time they had it. 13-play drive with a Moss reception for the touchdown on their second series. They've taken out on that defensive front for the Colts, giving them a little breather. Freeney, Brock, and Mathis, they're all out. From the 26, first down with Maroney. With a stutter step and then driving it out, churning it out for 5 yards.
Well, Jim, we're going to go back and look on freeze cam this touchdown by Tom Brady. We talked about the options, and as we get in closer, look at it. Ben Watson free, Jabbar Gaffney free, and then outside Randy Moss doesn't even get the release he wants, but still be able to get the touchdown. So that's something the Patriots will put in their head and know if they show something like that again and motion gave the Colts defense problems, they might come back to it.
A 2nd down and 5. And it's back to Maroney. And he finds enough space in some tight spots and somehow wiggles for 8 yards and a first.
Well, Lawrence Maroney, I think the fact that he's 2 things. He's healthy, he's fresh, and there's nothing he lacks into being a star NFL running back. He's powerful, he can break tackles, he's fast, shifty, catches the football well. He can do it all, just about like every player on the offensive side for the New England Patriots.
He was out 3 games with a groin injury. Morris took over for him, and now Morris is out for the season, and Maroney is healthy. First down from the 39. Quick toss, Welker's first catch. And he makes something out of it. What an effort by Welker. What a find in the offseason, Wes Welker.
Yeah, he does a wonderful job. Quick passes to Wes Welker, and he is, as Tom Brady said last night to us, it's amazing. Once he catches it, he just is able to make himself even smaller than he is. He can get through the tightest spots and pick up extra yards, and he's done it every game this year. I thought it would be a lot tougher against his fast defense of the Indianapolis Colts.
And what a stretch with the 29 catches over the last 3 weeks coming in. The fake, the pass, Moss. There is a flag.
Moss.
Illegal formation on the offense. Number 88 was covered up. That penalty is declined. 2nd down.
Colts will take the incomplete. Tim Brando, Spencer Tillman, TIAA Prep College Football Today. What a game last night, Alabama and LSU that Vernon Gary had. So again, it was declined penalty. So a 2nd down and 10. And Maroney only managing about 4. Going into Raheem Brock.
And Antoine Bethea, defensive back safety, up in there, making the tackle. So unusual. What does Tony Dungy say? My defense, especially my defensive backs, they love physical play. They love to hit. And they are all very, very good tacklers.
Says they not only can tackle, they want to tackle. 3rd down and 7. Just away in time, and Moss was waiting for it for the first. Again, it was Jennings trying to defend. Freeney was putting on some pressure.
Oh my gosh, it is. He's coming. What a spin, never stops. And Tom Brady knows it's coming and just relaxes and throws a very nice pass to the sideline against Randy Moss. Jennings playing safe. That's what the corners do when they're one-on-one with receivers. They will give them the outside throws. Just make sure they don't give up the big ones down the field.
From the 37, Maroney takes it back middle. Steps over one player and gets out for about 8 yards. Advancing inside the 30.
Yeah, watch Lawrence Maroney. This is supposed to go wide right. Nothing there. He cuts back, and it's just good blocking on the backside. And, of course, some talent. Running the football helps out, but the defensive linemen not getting away from the offensive linemen on their blocks. That enables Lawrence Maroney to cut back.
Hurdles over Logan Mankins, his left guard. Falk is a receiver to the left. Now they'll shift him back. 2nd down and 2. A little spin move and a handoff. Falk has the first. Kevin Falk, as we talked to Bill Belichick last night about him, he's been here since 1999 out of LSU. So dependable, so versatile.
Some fancy footwork by Tom Brady. Nice way, a different way to run. A draw play, Statue of Liberty, whatever you want to call it. It is a delay, and it works well. Kevin Falk finds the hole and gets it done.
Inside of 3 minutes to go in the half. With a 7-6 lead, New England driving like it did on its last possession. It's Falk. And Boyman was able to slow him down enough. Brackett finished him off. Picks up only a yard. Of course, coming up, we got the full return by Cromartie. 109 yards.
Well, that and, you know, 2 good football teams here. We are all, I guess, expecting high scoring, but the defense just being sound and making it tough, making you earn it with a lot of short plays to get down the field.
Brady will run it down to the 2-minute warning, and the NFL on CBS will continue in a moment. Back, just coming out of the 2-minute warning, and Phil, I don't think many people out there would have imagined we'd have 2 minutes to go in the half and have a 7-6 game.
Well, you just never know, Jim. Style of playing. Complete passes, a lot of runs. Clock never stops.
It's a 2nd and 9 coming out of the break from the Colts 23. Brady fields the low snap, and his pass is it taken away? Moss was the intended receiver. That was Jennings getting a hand on it. There is a flag.
Leg whip. Number 72 offense. 15-yard penalty. 2nd down.
That is Matt Light trying to find a way to slow down Dwight Freeney.
Outside on the left, number 72. Oh, another good spin move. Matt Light knows he's beat, so he sticks that leg out.
Yeah, Jennings almost was able to take this away from Moss.
Does a good job, forces him inside. He knows he has help so he can overplay, and he tries, almost gets the interception, goes for it, and just knocks it to the ground.
The penalty backs up New England to the 38. Look at 102 yards in penalties. The bulk of it coming on those 2 pass interference calls. Those two pass interferences leading to field goals. Timeout called by New England. 1:55 to go in the half. Jim Nantz and Bill Sims as we return to Indianapolis, and the Patriots first in virtually every offensive category. The Colts right up there. Margin of victory, these two are on quite a pace too. Since the 1970 merger, New England plus 25, best since the merger. Colts at plus 17 are third best since the merger. And we got a tight one here at 7-6 before the half. It's a 2nd and 25 coming up. With an empty backfield, plants the feet, launches it long for Stallworth, and it is picked off. Bethea has the interception, and he was knocked down. This run back will be nullified, but he'll have the pick back at the 1. How about this? Brady, when he launched that pass, was at 175 consecutive passes without an interception, tying his personal career record. He had thrown 20 touchdowns during those 175 attempts, and now he gets picked off on this one.
Well, good job, good discipline by the Colts defense. Antoine Bethea does not overplay, and that's the old play you saw many years ago all the time by John Elway. Get everybody running to the right. The quarterback sprints out to the right, pull back, and throw all the way across the field. Defense not fooled. Good job by Antoine Bethea.
Bethea with his 3rd interception of the season and giving Brady just his 3rd pick of the year. And we were talking to Tom last night about his, as we mentioned, staggering numbers. And he said, you know, the one I'm the most proud of is my interceptions, not the touchdown passes being at 30, but the 2 picks. From the 1, a die, able to squeeze out about 7.
You know, Jim, it goes back to this, as Tom Brady said, it's virtually almost impossible to get the big play, so you have to find some different ways. That was a different way, but still the defense of the Colts not fooled.
See what the Colts do here. They've got all 3 timeouts. They pick up a 1st down here. They might open this up a little bit. Down in 2, and a die is stacked up, about a yard short. Now the Colts do take a timeout with 1:13 to go in the half. He was stopped short, but the forward progress was actually for a die, enough for the 1st down. That's why the Colts took that timeout. So Adai did get the necessary yardage, and they'll operate from the 12. Manning, all kinds of heat, steps away from it, and just throws it away in the area of Moorhead.
Well, it gets to a point. 1:07. New England still has 2 timeouts. Not a betting man. But I would think the Colts would run this football since they're backed up, and they want to at least make New England use their timeouts.
Anthony Gonzalez, who started this game, is not on the field. He's on the sideline. We saw him actually taken to the locker room a few minutes back. He's returned to the sideline. 2nd down and 10. Moorhead into the arms of Vrabel.
Well, it wasn't a running play, but that was the favorite pass play the Colts run. They run it better than anybody in the NFL. That's their quick passing game. Peyton Manning always throws it underneath the receiver, and they hit it at about a 90% rate.
We saw Gonzalez on the sideline. And again, he ran to the locker room, came back out, got the helmet on. But without Gonzalez, you know, they're down to 2 receivers, Wayne and Moorhead. That's it. With Harrison inactive and Trefonzo Thorpe inactive. They get the first with Wayne. And a quick timeout with 27 seconds. That picked up 10 yards. Colts have 1 timeout, and Gonzalez does return to the huddle. And it was Wayne. It was Hobbs and others were trying to prevent it. And here's Gonzalez, had a catch on the first snap of the game. Almost had his first career touchdown. Able to hold it to the ground. 28 seconds. Manning trying to find something down the field to bring out Vinatieri. Underneath instead, a dive. Sideline, and he squeezes past everyone. A dive. will cut back middle. Adai is going to take it all the way for the touchdown. "73 yards.
You're playing it safe on offense. Peyton Manning not going to take a chance. Nothing open down the field. He dumps it off, and Joseph Adai just goes right down the middle. Nobody able to tackle him. Does a good job of sizing up what's down the field, and the cutback allows him to score the touchdown.
Saw Rodney Harrison push to the ground trying to get in there. His own guy, Randall Gay. He also could see Dallas Clark down the field signaling to Adai to cut back middle. They go 98 yards in a minute and a half to regain the lead. Joseph Adai with 187 total yards in this half as the Colts off the Bethea interception. 6 plays, 98 yards. The last 73 with this one.
Dallas Clark does a good job. Doesn't hit the defender, but just the fact that he was coming in, he made the defender go around him and then allowed Joseph Adai to cut back. And that just shows you the Indianapolis Colts, I'm thinking, hey, run it. Don't let New England get a chance with their timeouts. But they're so good at throwing the short passes and over the middle and getting those first downs. They get a big first down. They throw a dump off, and Joseph Adai dynamic enough to take it for a touchdown.
That's the first play over 40 yards allowed by New England this year. They get this kick on the ground in a hurry. Hobbs scoops it up at the 20. Gets past the first tackler, but Jennings able to punish him at the 33. Bethea had an interception of Brady in the regular season meeting last year. Had a big pick also at Baltimore in the divisional round of the playoffs.
And that's something that New England's not used to seeing. There is the move, just the speed to get through the hole before the defenders can get there. But we talked about it with some of the defenders of the Colts on Friday. When the football is in the air, they said nobody's making the play against this Patriots offense. Well, Antoine Bethea, when it was in the air, he made a play.
Colts will have the lead at the intermission. It's the end of the first half with the score. Indianapolis 13 and New England 7. We'll be back with the Sprint halftime report after this message. And a word from your local station, and you're watching the NFL on CBS. CBS. There's Hobbs, who had an 80-yard run back in the second half of that championship game here in January. Set up a touchdown. He's going to run down that right side where he found room back then, but not today. Jennings in on the hit. Worsley as well. Here is the touchdown that gave him the lead.
Yeah, listen, the freeze cam. Let's look down the field. You're Peyton Manning. You want to throw it down deep to get a big play. Covered at the top of the screen. The only person open, Joseph Adai. So Peyton Manning takes no chances, dumps it off, and then watch, Rodney Harrison pushes down Randall Gay. That creates the lane, and the rest is up to Joseph Adai.
From the 27. Take the pass and hand it off to Maroney. Freeney comes back to get him, but it gains 5. What do you see in these first half numbers? You see the longest play in that first half for New England, 14 yards.
Well, the penalties, that was big. That helped the Colts get down the field a couple times to get some field goal attempts. The turnover by the Patriots.
And 2nd and 5, and Maroney is absolutely walloped by Marlon Jackson for no gain.
Well, that just reinforces it. No more talking about Marlon Jackson. Untouched from the backside. You said it, Jim. The defensive backs, they are hitters. They are fast. And this defense is better than last year because it's faster, more physical, and it shows here again today.
Give up the fewest yards per play of any team in the league. Marlon Jackson, who sealed that win in January with the interception with seconds to go, could force a 3 and out like the way they started the game. And Brady's pass, it's ruled incomplete. Wouldn't have been enough for the first anyway. Kelvin Hayden defending.
Well, Kelvin Hayden, what they do, they bring their starting corners inside. They can double cover the outside receivers. What a play. Front hand knocked the ball down. Backhand is there in case the receiver catches it. Then you can bring him down with your backhand.
Only the second punt of the game. And the vote by Hansen. And right on the sideline and out of bounds. Rushing, fielding it. We'll see Manning with the lead when we come back. And there's your quarterback comparison. 73 of Manning's 145 coming on that play just before the half. Remarkable effort by Joseph Adai. So every drive for the Colts has started no better than their own 20-yard line. Manning's going down the field and he's intercepted by Harrison. Rodney Harrison with the pick at the 30.
They ran this play early in the game, and Peyton Manning didn't have time to throw it open to a Reggie Wayne. He's going to come across the field deep. Watch him. As he comes, Rodney Harrison anticipating the route, runs, and then when he sees the receiver look, he looks. Earlier, Peyton Manning had to throw it quick to Joseph Adai in the right flat. This time with protection. Very good play by Rodney Harrison.
And again, Harrison, the Colts have won the last 3 matchups between these two. He did not play in the game in November '05. He was out with that shredded knee injury from earlier in the year against Pittsburgh. He played only partial time in the first quarter last November before injuring a knee, and he missed the championship game here. And he comes up with the big turnover. And that's Maroney.
Well, I'll just go back to that.
I remember a Harrison pick in a playoff game. And there have been others. There he is for San Diego.
This one was big. Came across the field and got it. This is at the end of the game.
Yep.
But Peyton Manning just says there's something different about New England's defense when Rodney Harrison is back there. Mentally, he gets guys in good position, and he definitely brings talent and a lot of emotion, which he spreads to other players.
It's a 2nd and 7. From the Colts 27. Fake to Falk. Toss it. Stallworth. Breaking tackles. A flag is down on the field. That was Kelvin Hayden finally finishing off Stallworth a couple of yards shy of a first.
I want to say, did you think the Colts got enough people to the football as it was thrown that time?
Downfield on the pass. Number 67 offense. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Remember, coaches used to talk about how they like to go back and look at the films and see 5 guys in the frame on defense run into the football. It seems like every time the Colts trying to make a play defensively, you see at least that many.
And it's a phrase that's overused. Hey, this is a fast defense. It's not overused with the Colts. I have yet to see nobody close to as fast. Of course, they're very undersized. That helps. But they're physical and they run.
So with the penalty, 2nd down and 12. And Manning is dropped for the 2nd time in this game by Mathis. Brady sacked for the 2nd time.
Defensive ends are not going to even go for the play action fake. Robert Mathis says, the heck with the draw, the run. I'm playing pass. And Nick Kazher, that is too much speed along with crowd noise to try to block one-on-one.
Taya Brady's had a number of other times where he's had Freeney in his face. Mathis has now decked him twice. And the Colts are trying to save this situation that was set up by the Harrison pick. Third down, man, that one deflected by Brackett. They were trying to find Falk out of the backfield.
As I said earlier in the game, there is no secret to what the Indianapolis Colts defense does. Everybody tries this stuff against this New England offense. Gary Brackett comes right underneath. He does hook Kevin Falk with his right or his left arm, and Tom Brady saw it, thinks it should be a penalty.
Well, Chris Hansen will try to pin the Colts back inside the 10.
But Jim, what I was going to say, it's about the pass rush. That's the difference in this game.
It was not a fair catch by rushing. And he takes it up to about the 20 where the snapper, Lonnie Paxton, brings him down. Manning fresh off a pick, but does not yield any points off the turnover. So the Colts defense responds after the Patriots were set up at the 30, a penalty and a sack. They ended up backing up 10 yards and having the punt in the dime. Trying to find the edge, and he does. He's got another first down. Ryan Deem locking down that side and shielding the likes of Mike Vrabel.
Well, you know, so just think about a couple years ago. The New England Patriots, everybody says there's a physical team. The Colts are the finesse team. And you look at this game so far today, it's still early. But the Colts, their run offense, being physical, and their speed, and they're just out hitting the New England Patriots this time. And that's the difference.
Send Clark to the right, Wayne in the slot to the left. Moorhead wide left. First down, again, they're going to run that same side with the dime. This time, the Patriots were waiting for him. Teddy Bruschi. Ty Warren, and the loss of a yard.
You know, too, as you watch this game, Jim, and when I made a little fun of Peyton Manning saying maybe we'll slow it down, well, they're not slowing it down. This is how they usually run their offense. But this is a big defense when you look at the New England Patriots. They thought, the Colts did, that they tired out last year, and they know if they have success running, they think they'll tire out again this year.
Of course, last year the Colts put up 32 second-half points. Come back and win that game. And again, this time, the Patriots read it with Jarvis Green for a substantial loss for a dive. 9 yards.
That's always the risk. Jarvis Green really having a terrific year. Just fights through the blocks, gets around Charlie Johnson, never enables Joseph Adai to get to the outside. When you go wide, there is always the thought that somebody could penetrate and throw you for a big loss.
So a 3rd and 20. Unless they get the big play here, Hunter Smith's going to be called on to punt for the first time in this game. Going to go draw with a dive. It's past the first wave and able to fall forward for a big gainer. Gets back all of what he had lost plus a couple. Gets 11 in all. Rashad Baker with the tackle, but we will see a punting situation for Indy.
3rd and 20, and there's a little second as he gets by the line right here. You go, uh-oh, he could pick up the first down. But
here is Hunter Smith. Justin Snow to snap it back, and Wes Welker awaiting the return. It's a boomer. Back to the 16. Welker, there is a flag. And Boyman, quite an effort. 52 yards on the punt. Held him to only 2-yard return. Dante Hughes of the Colts and Willie Andrews of the Patriots were mixing it up, running down the sideline.
Unsportsmanlike. Number 23 on the receiving team. Blocking the play out of bounds.
That's Willie Andrews, and here it is. Taking Hughes way off the playing field, and the Patriots will be back near the 10. With the penalty yards applied on the infraction on the return for the Patriots, they're within setting records in the Belichick era, only 23 yards shy of the most penalty yards ever under a Belichick team at New England. 116 yards in this game with the 2 big pass interference calls in the first half that led to field goals. Starting from inside the 10, and Brady, what a catch. Moss reaches up into the sky and plucks it down for the grab of 17 yards. Oh, that is just too good.
Well, not much I can say about that except that it's terrific.
Yeah.
And Randy Moss able to catch it with one hand, but maybe more importantly, he was also worried about protecting himself with a high throw over the middle against this defense.
And 1st and 10. Set up the screen with Falk. He's across the 30 to the 32. Pro Bowl voting is underway, and you can vote for your favorite players at NFL.com/Pro Bowl or text PRO to 7777 via your Sprint service. The standard text messaging rates applying. You vote, they play, only at NFL.com.
There are a lot of plays the Patriots are running today that usually when they get the situation, they pick up 15 and 20 yards, just like that last screenplay to Kevin Falk. But today, the speed, everything, this defense, they're getting 6 and 7.
They got their backup defensive front in there, and Indianapolis does. And that's a first down run. It was Kevin Falk. You know, this drive started at the 9-yard line, and that springs to mind something we were talking about a couple hours before the game. This season, Patriots have had 6 drives begin inside their own 10. 4 of the 6 times they've driven it down the field for a touchdown.
So what are you trying to tell me? They're pretty good?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
And they're already starting to pick up a little rhythm with this drive out to the 38-yard line.
Crowd gets tired. They don't make as much noise. Makes it easier on the tackles and Tom Brady.
Welker. And immediately met by Kelvin Hayden. 3 yards. Thursday on CBS, 2 of television's biggest shows come together for one unforgettable case. It'll go from one to the next. Follow the evidence from CSI to Without a Trace, a special 2-hour television event Thursday beginning at 9, 8 Central on America's most watched network, CBS. Inside of 6 minutes to go. 3rd quarter, 6-point Colts lead, and the Colts defense stops them for no gain. Kevin Falk, Kelvin Hayden collide at the line of scrimmage. Big hits. That's the story for this Indy defense.
Well, big hits, pressure on the quarterback. No extra yards for this New England offense.
Like I said, the crowd was tired. They're re-energized after that tackle by Hayden. And trying to cheer on this defensive unit to make the stop on 3rd and 7. Brady, he had time, now takes off, and he's got plenty of room. There is a flag in the secondary. Brady gallops all the way to the 40.
Tom Brady looking behind, very smart, knowing how fast that defensive line is. They could come from behind and knock the ball away from him.
Holding. Number 23 defense. 5 yards will be tacked on to the end of the run. Automatic first down.
And get Brady 19 yards on the scramble, by far his longest run of the season.
Well, he can run because look at the coverage down the field. Everybody's running with the wide receiver. Gary Brackett, the linebacker, is inside. He's chasing the running back across the field. That's why Tom Brady, nobody out in front, and a good job stepping up in the pocket and take the rushing yards.
Freeney and Mathis both walk to the sideline, hands on their hips, fatigued, sit out of play at least. As New England now operates from the Indianapolis 35. Quick pass, Moss on the run. Good for another first.
That was a running play by the Patriots, and that's just Randy Moss and Tom Brady saying, hey, the defense is off of me, throw it to me. Most teams, the receiver just stands outside, but not the Patriots. They throw it with Randy Moss running across the field much better the way the Patriots do it. Guess it helps to have Tom Brady and Randy Moss.
Brady's run the play before that, the 19-yarder, was the longest play of the day for New England. 12 yards to Moss gives him another first down. Now he throws it toward the end zone and batted down by Hayden, and no flag.
If there's going to be a flag, that time it looked like it could be against Randy Moss. Another case in point, Tom Brady says singling him up on the outside, I'm just going to give him a chance. Look, right arm of Randy Moss kind of uses as an arm bar and pushes Kelvin Hayden out of the way.
2nd and 10, Mathis and Freeney are back out there, ready to apply some heat. Going to be a draw to fall. It's worked a number of times today, and again it chews up some good yardage. 9 yards, in fact. Stephen Neal has got a couple of huge blocks in this game, and he does so here as well.
Jim, the draw play is the equalizer. That enables you to at least get some rhythm going against a pass rushing defensive front like the Colts. We've said it, you run draws, you throw screens, and hope that you slow them down. It usually doesn't work.
Russ Holstein lining up on the left side for New England. Number 71 is eligible. This is the latest New England has trailed in a game this year. They trailed at Dallas until 4 minutes to go in the third. And what a play by Bob Sanders. Bob Sanders makes the tackle on Maroney. A loss of 2.
Oh, he's just Bob Sanders. That was a good illustration. Look how low he is coming through. He's so fast and able to make himself even smaller. He's only like 5'8". He's extremely fast, knows how to diagnose a play, and that time, tremendous tackle.
Stephen Gostowski, 10 of 11 on the year. This from 34 yards, and he bangs it through. So the Patriots start at their own 9. It breaks down inside the 20, but they get the field goal. Bob Sanders able to end that drive. Welcome back to Indianapolis, often called Nap Town, but there ain't nobody napping this afternoon. As the two teams that have created a lot of separation from the rest of the league battle it out to see who stays unbeaten. Remember last year when they met in the playoffs, they were the 3 and the 4 seeds out of the AFC. Unlikely that they would tangle in the playoffs again, but they worked their way to that championship game. Nice tackle down the field. That was Eckel, Kyle Eckel making the hit. Only a 9-yard run back. 13-10 Indianapolis. Wednesday on CBS, when partners in crime are separated, it's a race to save their last victim. Don't miss a chilling new Criminal Minds Wednesday at 9/8 Central. Here on CBS, you saw Kit and Keith lining up behind Manning, giving Dye a little rest. And again, Manning, one of the best at play action. Freezing the defense long enough to allow Moorhead to come back and get it. Picks up about 7. Peyton took quite a hit last week in the game at Carolina. He got really kind of turned upside down one time and was talking to us this week about how loopy he was and really out of it for a while.
So he got in the huddle, started asking all of his teammates, what's the score? They thought he was kidding at first.
Here's the give to Keith. And he falls forward for the first down. I mean, you talk to Peyton about the importance of this game. Everybody knows about this being really the rivalry of this decade, but he really emphasized it's important because not just because we're undefeated, because we have a slim lead in our division. We can't afford to give anything back right now.
Well, he knows their schedule. The Jacksonville Jaguars, they lost today, but the Tennessee Titans with only 2 losses.
First down pass and through the arms of Dallas Clark, and there was James Sanders waiting to lower the boom.
Yeah, it's just Peyton Manning being careful, but look how much pressure he is under. Not able to step into the football, not balanced. It makes him throw it a little bit off target, and Dallas Clark has no chance to catch it.
Dallas Clark with only 1 catch for -2 yards. So Adai is back out there on 2nd and 10.
It's tough. You don't have all your weapons today. Anthony Gonzalez now out, and Peyton Manning under pressure when he throws the football.
Quick toss to UTEP, and UTEP down at the 35. It'll be 3rd and 2. Give him 8 yards. Sanders, the sure-handed tackle.
But, you know, Jim, you talked about the injuries of this Patriots team before the game. They played a game this year where Marvin Harrison, Bob Sanders, Keaho, one of the starting linebackers, was out. They played so many where they had key players out, and Tony Dungy just says, hey, step up. It's how we grow as a team. And they're doing it here again today without Marvin Harrison, Anthony Gonzalez now, and Tony Hugo, the left tackle.
Find a way to win. That's what they say. 3rd and short. Last minute of the quarter, and down the field. Wayne right through his hands. With that pass ever so slightly influenced by Hobbs, who may have gotten a fingertip on it.
Yeah, what a change-up. It's 3rd and 2 yards. And you're a defensive player. Good job by Ellis Hobbs staying with Reggie Wayne, but the throw is perfect. Ellis Hobbs goes to knock it down. He misses it. Maybe it distracted Reggie Wayne just enough where he misses it. But don't always go trying to pick up the first down. Sometimes when you go deep, you catch the defense napping.
So Smith punting for the 2nd time in this quarter after not being called on for that in the first half. It's another good one. Welker retreats to the 10. It's past Hughes and others. Making a miss until Hughes gets back on his feet and comes back and finishes him off. It was Hughes, the first man to miss him, who was able to make the tackle. But a 35-yard run back after a 55-yard boot, and Giordano a little shaken up. Seconds to go in the 3rd. Welker setting up New England near midfield. And another big hit, big stick by Marlon Jackson and Ed Johnson for a loss of a yard. We've reached the end of the 3rd. Back after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS. There's your quarterback comparison. Brady under 100. Yeah. Each with a touchdown and an interception.
It's about like baseball. Good pitching beats good hitting. And when you play defenses that are quality like the Patriots and the Colts, hard to put up good numbers.
But there is some good hitting out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on.
Most of it coming from this Colts defense. As we start the 4th, Jim Nantz with Phil Simms. A 2nd and 11 for New England. And Moss open on the slant. Down to the Colts 42. 13-10 game starting this final quarter. New England's never trailed in the 4th this year. The Colts, for that matter, have never trailed in the 2nd half all season.
Randy Moss, top of the screen. So many times he goes down the sideline. You don't expect him to go short and across the middle. Everybody on New England was going deep. He comes across, nobody there. Easy completion for Tom Brady.
The 1st and 10. Colts territory. Over the top, Brackett. He makes the pick on his back. Gary Brackett, fingertip control and taken off. Still going before Light forces him out. Wait till you see this athletic play by Gary Brackett.
Gary Brackett might be the smallest middle linebacker in the NFL, but he is a terrific hitter. Of course, he's very fast, and he shows you how athletic he is by making this interception. Times it perfectly, and then stays with it. What an interception. This is from a guy who walked on in Rutgers, University of Rutgers, became team captain, comes to the NFL, and now he's captain of the defense for the Indianapolis Colts.
After the play, personal foul, 72. 15 yards from the end of the run. First down.
There was some pushing and shoving after Light forced him out. And a lot of players mixing it up, exchanging words. And they can add on more yardage. Brackett, the one who told us on Friday, Phil, that we want to try to make this a slugfest instead of a track meet.
Well, as you watch this Colts defense, to this point, they have been nothing short of terrific. Jim, before the game, where was their whole defense?
Right on the helmet.
On the helmet, they gathered, they were jumping up and down, and I know what they were saying. We've heard enough. Let's do it. All you've heard all week is the great New England offense. You know, we were at practice on Friday. There wasn't two words said at their practice on Friday.
Talking about the helmet right there at midfield,
right
the logo.
At midfield. That's what they were thinking about, what they want to do once this game started, and so far they've done it.
So now the turnover sets up the Colts at the 32, and it gets to Manning. That's Mike Vrabel, who had 3 strip sacks last week, and he's got another sack here, giving him 8.5 on the season.
Mike Vrabel, when you put him against a tight end, this time it's Ben Utek trying to block him. It's just, he's going to win that battle. You get a linebacker for the Patriots on a tight end or a running back, they're all accomplished pass rushers. Mike Vrabel puts his hand on the ground. Terrific when he goes against players like that.
It's the first time Manning's been sacked at home this season in over 100 pass plays. And this one's also negative yardage with a die. Backed up a couple. This is reminiscent of after Rodney Harrison made the interception early in the third quarter, setting up the Patriots at the 30, and they backed up 10 yards. And now after the pick by Brackett and the penalty, they were down to the 32, but they're backing up. So 3rd and 15. Getting away from Colvin, passing it down the field, and it's Dallas Clark with his biggest play of the game. He's got the first down. 17 yards, shoved out by Rodney Harrison and Ellis Hobbs.
It goes unnoticed so much when you talk about Peyton Manning, but that time gets away from Roosevelt Colvin. His movement in the pocket makes him impossible to sack, but what it does, it allows him to free up, get some extra time, and throw it down the field. He did it last year in the championship game. He did it that play there.
Adai on the right side and just quickly dashes for about 4. Adai, who stays in touch on a regular basis with Lawrence Maroney. They became big pals when they came to Indianapolis and the Combine in February of 2006. They frequently exchanged text messages and talk on the phone. In fact, Adai even got tickets this week for Lawrence for the game.
Well, they both have similar running styles, and sometimes only uniform separates. They have all the qualities that make them great.
To Adai. into a pile at about the 13.
You know, it's interesting what you said about Joseph Adai, how tired he got last year. And he just, I remember he said to us, he goes, my mind was gone.
Yeah.
And everybody talks about the physical grind, but you just don't realize these guys sit in meetings 6 and 7 hours a day in your first year. That's hard to deal with.
He actually confided in Tony Dungy after he scored the winning touchdown in this AFC Championship game for the Super Bowl. He said, I'm exhausted.
What Tony do?
He said Tony just laughed.
He laughed. He goes, yeah, I know you are.
Big 3rd and 4 right here. Dying for the 3rd straight time, and he gets the first down. No signs of fatigue right there behind Lilja and Saturday.
Well, again, we said it. When you get down inside, it's tough to throw the ball against this Indianapolis. They're able to run it just about any time they want now.
First player in franchise history with 100 yards receiving, 100 yards rushing in the same game. Now, they've had a lot of snaps inside the 30, the Colts, but one touchdown was the 73-yarder. First and goal here at the 6. It's over to Wayne, and Wayne is just shy of the touchdown. Ellis Hobbs keeping him about a half-yard shy of the goal line.
That was good recognition by Peyton Manning and Reggie Wayne. Ellis Hobbs pretty far off of him, and Reggie Wayne knows where he's at, so he attacks the goal line and gets it down to about that 1-foot line.
Manning has been tough a number of times this year on the sneak. He gets a cue from his center, Jeff Saturday, if he thinks he can get it for him. He's going to go for it right here, in fact, and it works. That all starts with the center, Jeff Saturday, and Manning is in for the touchdown.
Good blocking by the Jeff Saturday, both guards. Peyton Manning, 6'6", able to power his way in the end zone.
His 3rd sneak for a score this season. Nice snap, but a good job on the hold by Hunter Smith. They've doubled up the Patriots. Brackett with the turnover, got the pick. Manning with the sneak, 20-10. Manning continues to review the formations. He's able to cash in off the Brackett interception. 7 rush touchdowns in the last 2 seasons. Only Vince Young has rushed for more as a quarterback in that span. That's after he had no rushing touchdowns the previous 3 years. Welker taking it from the goal line and across the 20. And smothered by Darrell Reed at the 27. Brackett got him fired up with the pick and then gave him a little extra. 9.5 to play. Patriots with their largest deficit of the season. They've won every game by at least 17. Scored at least 34 in every game. Down 10 to the Colts. That one just wide of the mark. Trying to go back to Randy Moss. Brady had 2 picks on the season coming in. He's been intercepted twice today. First by Bethea, then by Brackett. Both led to touchdowns. Beautiful pass out to Moss. As Brady had protection, planted the feet, and rifled it for 15.
I think you said it right, Jim. The protection is so good, it allows him to really set his feet, finds the open receiver, and he will drive the football in there. Tom Brady, when you give him time, he's maybe the best thrower in the NFL when it comes to throwing shots like that down the field.
Almost intercepted again by Bethea. Off the fingertips of Moss. You know, we were looking at some stats on this Colts defense last week, Phil, about passes that go down the field. See Moss this time not able to pull it in, but passes that travel at least 20 yards in the air from the line of scrimmage. There have now been 11 passes this season attempted against the Colts defense that have traveled 20 yards. Only 3 have been completed and 3 have been intercepted, with the last one coming courtesy of Bethea in the second quarter. But this time, this is the 12th long ball of the year. Down the field, and this one is caught. With the flag on the backside of it, Moss reels it in. So just when you talk about they haven't given up a play like that this season, this goes for 55 yards. And Bob Sanders is shaken up.
How appropriate.
Pass interference, number 41 defense. That penalty's declined. Was a catch. First down.
You don't see many long throws down the field against this defense because you don't have time. And Randy Moss, even though it's a double coverage, Antoine Bethea is deep. Kelvin Hayden was short, or no, it's Jennings short. Randy Moss runs by both and makes the catch.
An injury timeout. We'll be back. Ball's at the 3. Sanders trying to walk off the injury. Coming after the biggest play surrendered by Indianapolis this year. First play of 25 yards or more in the last 202 opponent snaps. And they're set up with goal to go. Brady fires too high with a flag. Tim Jennings. They're saying it may be against Moss.
Pass interference, number 81 offense. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Outside bottom of your screen.
Tell you, if you heard Charlie Casserly today on the NFL Today, he actually broke down, he scouted this officiating crew and said that they have had a propensity this season for calling offensive pass interference, and you might see it.
I didn't see it. I did not see where you got pass interference by the offense on that play. And usually you can always tell. I did not see Randy Moss's arms go out at all from his body. He didn't push off as he went to catch it, but it was called.
From the 13, goal to go. And that's Bullock climbing high, 33, who had stepped in for Bob Sanders. Again, they try to go back to Moss. And with that penalty against Moss, they've now, you may have seen it, set a franchise record for most penalty yards in a game. It's going to be second and goal from the 13 with 8:31 remaining. Ben Watson's been very effective this season. Of course, he's been out since the Dallas game with 5 touchdowns early in the season, and he's been dangerous down here. Brady goes to Welker, and they're back to the original line of scrimmage. Looks like another Colt defender shaken up. It's Marlon Jackson. Sanders is still on the sideline, trying to run a little bit. Marlon Jackson springs to his feet.
Well, Marlon Jackson's going to have to come out of the game because the game was stopped while he laid on the field.
You take 2 of the best out of that secondary. You got Sanders out, and now Marlon Jackson has to come out. I would be surprised to see Indy call a timeout. There might be some confusion here. They are short a man. Running out there at the last second is Hughes. Boyman's racing to the side. Real confusion out here for the Colts.
Well, here we go. Tony Dungy, somebody's got to call a timeout.
And they finally got it. Frantically signaling from the sideline. Timeout, Colts. There was so much confusion, and you can see Ron Meeks, the defensive coordinator, trying to signal a player in. And Session trying to point someone's back out. There's Hughes running back out there. Boyman saying what's going on. They finally call the time. And the timeout allows them to get Marlon Jackson back onto the field, as well as Bob Sanders. A 3rd and goal coming up for New England. So they get the big members of the secondary back out there because they took the timeout. They bring the blitz. Brady throws. What a catch. Welker has it for the touchdown. He got just past Bob Sanders.
This Colts defense, they blitz so infrequently, and that time Tom Brady sees it. Wes Welker, quick route to the outside and a pinpoint throw. Look, that play looks like almost exactly like the same one Tom Brady threw last week against the Washington Redskins. Same spot of the field. Not easy, but he made it look that way.
And Gostowski makes it a 3-point game. 32nd touchdown pass of the season for Brady. It's a new team record. And the Patriots down 20-17. 4 consecutive games. New England, through its first 8 games combined, trailed for a total of 18 minutes. Much of that in a 7-3 deficit in the first half of a Buffalo game. But today they have trailed for the 28 minutes. They made quick work on that drive, though.
Well, they did. The throw by Tom Brady, where Randy Moss, Antoine Bethea was 25 yards away from him on the snap of the ball. He still got by him, and Tom Brady throwing it 58 yards in the air, allowed him to get down there for the score.
Big kick, Gostowski, and that will be down. Tom Brady launches that 58-yarder to set him up at the 3. 55 yards, actually, is what it was officially. Traveled 58 in the air. Then he hits Welker. Quick release, huh?
It's something like we talked about before the game, Jim. Tom Brady, one of the few quarterbacks in the Patriots where they throw it not only far down the field, it's how high he throws it. And defensive backs see it so seldom, they panic when the ball's in the air, especially when you're covering Randy Moss.
Now what can the Colts do with 8 minutes to go? How much time can they burn on the clock? 3-yard run up the middle by Joseph Adai. Harrison a little gimpy. Well, coming up next, 60 Minutes. The tycoon who buys the world's most expensive toys, followed by the premiere of a new Amazing Race. It's right after the game here on CBS. And he steps up away from the pressure. Has his connection with Reggie Wayne in the first down. Hobbs on the hit, but it goes for 11.
He set it to the outside. Good job. Good throw by Peyton Manning. That's a lot of work to pick up 8 or 9 yards. And Manning, again, under pressure. His movement in the pocket is as good as anybody's in this league. And it enabled him one more time to get an extra second to make the good throw to Reggie Wayne.
Adai drags his feet, picks up his gout, and gains about 2 into the arms of Richard Seymour. It's amazing not only how loud it gets when the opponent is on the field with the ball, but how quiet it gets so that Manning could do all of his audibilizing and everything else.
Yeah, it is. You know what one coach tells us? He says crowd noise is overrated. They always die out. They never keep it going for the whole game. Well, it might be overrated a lot of places, but they've kept it going here all day today.
Not here. They're well trained. 2nd and 8. Good fake. That's over to Fletcher with a flag, though, in the area where the ball was thrown. Might be a hold call here against Indianapolis.
Number 65 offense. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Ryan Lilja, number 65, left guard. Here he is. Oh, he sets to the inside, loses his footing, and then Richard Seymour, he reaches up and grabs him.
Only the third penalty today against Indianapolis.
Well, when you don't have all your weapons, these are tough to overcome.
It's a second down and 18. They go from the gun. Pressure, ball away, a dive. Finally chopped under by Samuel out at the 34. Roosevelt Colvin was in the face of Manning. He was fortunate to get rid of it.
Well, we've seen this a lot today. Just trying to make a play before the defensive line gets to you and takes you down.
Five catches, 114 yards, and a touchdown for the die. The one going 73 yards right before the half. To give the Colts the lead, they have not relinquished. Now with 5 minutes left, but a 3rd and 10.
Prior to the snap, false start. Number 71 offense. Off-guard penalty. 3rd down.
Right tackle Ryan Dean doesn't stand in there. And I tell you, they had the defense, Peyton Manning did, that he wanted. He was going to have a chance to go down the field and pick up the first down. But when he gets like this, now it's 3rd and 15. They're going to give up 10 or 13 yards, 10, 13, 14. Doesn't matter. Just don't give up the first down.
Have to get to the 44, or they give it back to Brady and company. Safeties drop back deep. Pressure, ball out. Ball is loose. Manning tries to roll over on it, but Charlie Johnson is able to recover it. That's Colvin, who was in on Peyton on the previous play. Comes in again, this time crashing in on the quarterback, forcing the fumble.
He's had a good day today. Roosevelt Colvin coming from the outside, beating Charlie Johnson. What a hit on Peyton Manning. And also Junior Seau. He had the back in coverage. He's pushing it from the middle, and so Peyton Manning had nowhere to step up to, and that's why it helped Roosevelt Colvin get the hit and the fumble.
Tell you, it was Colvin who forced the fumble, but it was Warren who knocks the wind out of you with that blow. Manning fine, though, able to get up and walk away from it. The recovery by Johnson, a big one. Hunter Smith's punt travels to the 26. Welker sidesteps the first action. Welker taken off. Boy, does he run low. All the way out to midfield. 53-yard punt and a 23-yard return. Second big return by Welker. Tonight on CBS, 60 Minutes. Followed by the premiere of a new Amazing Race and new episodes of Cold Case and Shark. It's all coming up tonight here on America's Most Watched Network.
You said it right when you said Wes Welker runs low. He can get down and just like he burrows for 4 or 5 extra yards. And when you have Randy Moss to the outside, that opens up an inside receiver. Wes Welker is that perfect inside receiver.
Patriots coming back on the field at the 49, trying to come back from 10 down in the 4th. Now only down 3. With just under 4 minutes to go. Moss. And he is hit quickly by Kelvin Hayden.
And you have to look at this. New England has 3 timeouts, 3 minutes, 40 seconds to go. You manage the game, and you call plays thinking that you might have to go for it on a 4th down here to at least get yourself a field goal try.
Another one way down the field. Stallworth's open. He's got the catch. Dante Stallworth, I'm hearing now. They're saying, yes, it's a catch, a force out.
It's a force out, that's right. So even if he lands out of bounds, it's not reviewable. Good call by the officials on the sideline.
That goes for 33 yards.
Tom Brady looked down the middle of the field. He waited to the last second, threw it outside, and then enabled Dante Stallworth to make the catch.
Staying up top, underneath, Falk. Dives in for the touchdown. Ball is out. I think he had already broken the plane. The signal is touchdown on the field.
Well, this offense you saw in the last couple drives, that's what everybody has been watching for almost all in the previous games, Jim. And why? Because when the pressure is not there, hard to cover all the good talent that runs the routes for the New England Patriots and give Tom Brady the extra time, he's going to put the ball on the money.
Breaks the plane right there. Has control of it. Will not be challenged. Did they score too quickly, though? Only took about 43 seconds? That's it. They were down 20-10 with 9 minutes to go. And Brady drives him down the field twice with two big hookups. One to Moss for 55. The one to Stallworth to set this one up. Falk becomes the 18th different New England player this year to score a touchdown. Those two touchdowns separated by only 4 minutes and 44 seconds.
Well, they could not get the football down the field. Now the last couple drives are making big plays. Dante Stallworth goes down the sideline. It's Wes Welker down the middle. That keeps the safety inside long enough. He's looking at him where Tom Brady looks to the middle, then throws a perfect pass to the outside to Dante Stallworth.
And we had just talked about how they had only given up, that Colts defense, 3 passes that traveled 20 yards in the air all season, had picked off 3. Then they get those 2 big strikes that lead to 2 touchdowns to take the lead back. Of course, this is setting up to be a chance here for the Colts to repeat history.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, if the Colts do it, it's going to take a lot more work than we just saw from the Patriots. They are not the kind of team right now that can make those big plays.
Russian comes up to it at the 4. And spun down at the 24. They had to go 89 yards in January to drive it down the field for the winning touchdown, and they did it. This time, you're going to have to go about 76 yards.
Well, 2 things that in the AFC Championship game, Jim, when we got ready for the game this week, we noticed that Peyton Manning was under constant pressure, but he still made some big throws down the field for big plays. Today, he's under pressure again, but he's not been able to get that open receiver down there to make that type of throw. So I don't think he'll get those chances this drive. He's going to have to work his way down.
Uses the defense with the fake and a pass through the hands of Moorhead. Again, Moorhead, one of only 2 healthy receivers, with Reggie Wayne the other. Gonzalez started this game, but he's been on the sideline most of the second half and been taken to the locker room at one time. Harrison out inactive today with a knee.
And the Patriots, they know the situation they're in right now. And they call a timeout because they're confused. Only 1 defensive lineman in for them.
So New England with its first timeout. Such a bizarre game in that championship game. 3 touchdowns scored by linemen. You had Mankins on a recovery. You had Klecko on the catch coming out of the backfield. There was the winner by a die. Jeff Saturday also had a recovery for a touchdown. Tony Dungy lifted the Lamar Hunt Trophy and made plans for Miami in Super Bowl 41. This one got dubbed early in the week Super Bowl 41 and a half. I think Boomer was the man who came up with it. Boomer Esiason.
You're giving Boomer credit? But
I heard him give himself credit earlier on the NFL Today, so I might as well second it.
it's amazing how it changed around, though. This time coming to the game, it's the Patriots' big plays and the Colts that don't have the explosive offense in this situation.
2nd down and 10. To Wayne. in stride and out of bounds near midfield. Perfect pass by Peyton. Goes for 24.
Well, so much for not making the plays down the field, but Reggie Wayne wins it right at the snap of the ball. He gets around Ellis Hobbs so fast, he gets separation, and he allows Peyton Manning to throw it in there before the safety comes over and makes the hit.
3 minutes to go and a first down at the 48. It's a dive with Jarvis Green greeting him after a gain of only 1. See the kind of urgency Indianapolis operates with here.
Well, there's none. Plenty of time, 2 timeouts.
Second down and 9. The pass wide to Mark Harrison was closing in on Fletcher. Just like that, it's a 3rd and 9.
Rodney Harrison's had a very good day covering receivers down the field. He did a good job early in the game against Dallas Clark. We saw the interception, and that time he was running the route, beating Fletcher to the football. I mean, you used to say that maybe his one liability, that he's not a good man-to-man cover safety, but he has done that today. He's covered well.
Vrabel looking like he's running the blitz. Here he comes. Manning trying to step up. Ball is out. Colvin has it. Roosevelt Colvin, raised right here in Indianapolis. He used to sell cotton candy in the stands here at Colts home games when he's a young kid. He comes up with the strip. Jarvis Green had pressure on Peyton, and New England takes over with 2:25 to go.
Peyton Manning trying to step up, and he was going to try to throw the football away. But before he can, he is hit by Jarvis Green and he fumbles.
After the play, delay a game. Number 37, 5-yard penalty. 1st and 10.
There's Roosevelt Colvin. He used to work here at the Hoosier Dome. Snow cones, cotton candy up to section 111. Trying to sneak a peek or two at some of the Colts action down below. And it's called out on 37. That's obviously on Colvin for spiking the ball. That's not on Harrison, but on Colvin. We'll have a 2-minute warning. Will Indianapolis on their side and 2 timeouts. But Brady in his last 2 drives has gone right down the field, thrown a couple of touchdowns. We'll give it to Maroney. He trips to the 43-yard line. We'd like to welcome those of you who saw the Houston Texans defeat the Oakland Raiders today. Jim Nantz along with Phil Simms here in Indianapolis. The Colts led with about 9 minutes to go, 20-10. But Tom Brady put together 2 quick drives with 2 long balls setting up the scores. Both scores coming on Brady touchdown passes. He's got 3 on the game. And they've taken the lead. And just a moment ago, as the Colts were facing a 3rd down near midfield, Manning had the ball stripped out of his hands by Jarvis Green. Roosevelt Colvin had the recovery. And now the Colts defense must make a stop to give Manning any chance at all. It's been a good one here. For those of you just joining us, the Colts controlling it most of the way, but the Patriots rallying here late. And that's Maroney. Gang tackled after a 1-yard gain. It'll be a 3rd down on the way. And a timeout called by Indianapolis. That is it for them. Coming up next on 60 Minutes, the tycoon who buys the world's most expensive toys. And that's followed by the premiere, the season premiere of a new amazing race, plus new episodes of Cold Case and Shark. It's all coming up tonight here on CBS. Now, what will they do on 3rd and 6, Bill? Do you think they'll throw it?
Oh, I think they will, Jim. You know, the Patriots and the Colts, they are two teams. They try to win the game. And by that, I mean, they're not hoping that you make a mistake. They're going to go out and be aggressive. So I would think the New England Patriots would throw it here, try to get a first down.
And that would just about do it.
That would almost end the game.
The Patriots talked to a man about how many times they reviewed that tape and how many single play situations there were they felt could have just one play would have won the game. This is one right here that could possibly close it if they can get it to the 36-yard line. Brady fires. Welker. He has it. Down at the 32 and a first. And we reach the 2-minute warning. The Colts are out of timeouts.
Well, Tom Brady on a crucial 3rd down, given just enough time to get the football out. And look at the top of your screen. Wes Welker, quick move to the outside, perfect throw, and he stays in bounds.
Yeah, look how fast he falls. And all they have to do now is kneel on it. Colts can't stop the clock.
As we look at this, how did the Patriots win this game? Tom Brady, the big throws down the field. When they gave him protection, they're fast enough. They can expand the defense. They found the holes. And really the whole game, Jim, Peyton Manning, just like last year, was not afforded enough time to make enough plays to win the game for the Colts.
When that last timeout, some serious headbutting going on here. Watch out now. I know you got a bye week next week, but you don't need to suffer any concussions. 14 unanswered points by the Patriots in the last 8 minutes. The executive producers of the NFL on CBS, Sean McManus and Tony Petitti. Coordinating producer of the NFL on CBS and of this game, Lance Barrow. Directed by Mike Arnold. Senior producer of CBS Sports and the NFL Today, Eric Mann. Director, Bob Matina. Coordinating producer of CBS Sports, Harold Bryant. Today's videotape producer, Steve Radovich Jr. Associate directors, Corey Fishman, Andy Friedman. Broadcast associates, Alex Birchie, Mike Friedman. Pete Calander, our technical manager. Jonas Einstein, our technical director. Audio supervisor, Ed Soltis. Ethan Cooperson and Gary Brown. Keeping watch on all the numbers. And our editorial consultant extraordinaire, Tommy Spencer. Well, they saw the Colts come back on them last year from 18 down to beat them. This time they come back from 10 down. Does New England, and they win on the road to go to 9-0.
Well, Jim, when they had to do it, Tom Brady was given the time. They figured out how to give him that by stopping the pass rush of the Colts. And what they've done all year long, they did in the 4th quarter. They threw it down the field for the big plays.
That seemed a little chilly between the two coaches.
Well, it was. I'm sure it was. It's a tough rivalry, and